Hello, true art believers, and welcome to tonight's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. This is Pierson. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you are watching 500 Days of Drawing. Today is day 422. And every Sunday, I do a cactus drawing. It's something I've been doing for the past year, and I'm going to continue doing for the for the foreseeable future. So just come join me on this roller coaster of a drawing escapade for the next 30 minutes. Cheers. Let's begin. Alrighty, I hope you're doing well out there, art believers. I'm doing fairly well. So we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna kick it off good. We're gonna kick it off fast. We're gonna do a hard edge, and we're gonna get this brush here. We're gonna make sure the scale is like there you go. It's kind of there we go. Making sure it's the right size, and we're just going to go ahead and work with the background. Starting now, press G, and I'm going to go with a blue background. How about like a dark blue? Maybe yeah, we'll go with that blue. I like that blue. And we're just going to go ahead and make some circles here. Just simple little circles. A little funny note today. Today I actually wasn't going to do a live stream. And it wasn't because I didn't want to. My internet was down, and I was like, okay, what do I do? Do I just wait, or do I just like call it and come back tomorrow to do a live stream, and catch up tomorrow? And so I decided just to well, I didn't wait, but I definitely was just sitting in here, just pondering what I should be doing. And so I decided to check one last time to see. Yeah, I just decided to check one last time and to see if the internet was working. And lo and behold, it was working. Funny thing was, when it was working, I was like, oh man. I said to myself, oh my gosh, I didn't even want to, I was disappointed. Um, I was like disappointed in myself because I felt like, I don't know. I didn't want, I felt like, I don't know. I felt disappointed. I was, I was kind of excited. I wanted to kind of, I wanted to kind of like I guess um I wanted to like not do it. I just didn't want to do it, and I was gonna like just do it again tomorrow. And I was like, okay, well, I'll come back tomorrow, and we'll just go ahead and do the live stream. We'll do a double again, and um turns out I went back and checked to see if the internet was working, and lo and behold, it was working. And I was like, oh no, why? I was like, oh no, why? And so here I am doing my live stream, having a blast, and so forth. There we go. Just kind of do stuff like that, and maybe do some dark marks here. And then we're gonna go. What's this round grit do? Does it have any? Oh yeah, it has a little bit of a tooth to it. Oh yeah, some tooth. Let's see if we can get some toothy marks here, and maybe even something bright. Like it's kind of scrape around, and I'm going to go back to the vinyl scraper again, and we're going to go and see how that looks. Um, it was not the vinyl brush. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, the vinyl brush. Yeah, we'll just kind of add some of that there. And what does a white look like? And there we go. So that's it. And now it's time to go ahead and work on the cactus. But I almost didn't do the live stream today. And to be honest with you, I was a little bit relieved. I was like, oh great, man, this is so nice. I can just chillax and not have to worry about the live stream, you know. And then I kind of like bit myself in the butt because I decided to double check whether or not there was a internet available, and here I am doing my live now. And I'm not mad about it. I just like I was a little bit excited over the idea of like just not having to worry about a live stream. You know, it was very it was very like it just felt good because it felt like I had an excuse, an actual excuse of not being able to do my live stream. Like, well, the internet's out. Like, I can't really do a live stream now, and it sounds like I'm just trying to get out of it. But you know, I'm like, some days you want to take a break, you know. I think we all like want breaks from our like normal lives. Just like, you know, when you want to go to when you're working, you know, you work 7 days a week. No, not 7 days. I hope you don't work 7 days a week. But when you work 5 days a week, you know, we all, you know, you want a day off, right? And not a day off that's the weekend. You just want a day off. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with feeling like you need a little bit of a day off. And yeah, so I decided to just let's see what I need to do here. Select this, and we need to. There you go. We're going to center it. Uh, there you go. So it's centered now, and now time to color it, man. The coloring's really easy. Pretty easy day. I love a good, just simple day. You know, I love it. I love it. I think after this, I'm just gonna go chill for a moment and then go to bed. Like I'm gonna go to bed. I had some things I wanted to accomplish today, but I have a rule: if I don't finish those things that I wanted to do, um, like if I don't finish them on time, like at the time that I wanted to do them. So like I wanted to do some of these things really early in the morning. So like before 9. And if I didn't get them done, um, especially on the weekend, on during the week, it's different. I'm a little bit more strict with my schedule, but during the weekend, if I miss that point, I don't mind it so much. I was running a bit behind today last night. I stayed up really late and I'm a dummy, dude. I'm a serious dummy. Like I can't break old habits. Like I'll stay up late during the weekend and I'll try to get up early. So I stayed up late and I tried getting up at 4. I did. I really did. I got up at like 4 and I hit the snooze button until about 4:38. And then I went up downstairs, made coffee, and then I proceeded for the next like hour uh to basically nod off in the chair, like fall asleep in the kitchen, in the kitchen on the kitchen, like in on the dinner, like not on the dinner table, but like you know the dinner table chairs that you have. I for like the next hour and a half, I just was like falling asleep. Like literally, I was just going to bed. I was like falling asleep every 5 seconds. And then eventually I was able to get downstairs and hit the weights. And once I hit the weights, I felt a lot better. So I uh, I got to hit the weights, and that was my goal, to hit the weights. And once I did that, I felt better. But it took a while. It really did. It took me a couple hours just to get in the down to the basement. Uh, and I really, really struggled. Like I, like I was trying. Literally, I was trying to find them excuses. Um, I, I was, I was saying to myself, and in the kitchen, in the kitchen, just go back to bed, man. Just go back to bed. You'll catch up to this stuff later. You'll do this stuff later on today, you know. And I said to myself that you're just gonna go back. You'll go back to bed. You can do the stuff later. Like you'll find time. It's Sunday. There's a lot of time on Sunday. It's a open day for you. Like you have time on a Sunday. And I said, no, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm not going to go to bed or go back to bed because I really wanted to. Like, I really wanted to. Like, it's Sunday, dude. It's Sunday. Like only weirdos work on Sundays. Uh, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like, it was Sunday. It was my day to kind of like kick back and kick up my feet for a moment and do nothing. And I was really close to psyching myself out. I was really close. I wanted to. Like I was really close to going back to bed, to go back to bed for to get like another hour of sleep, you know? And eventually I got down to the basement gym because I have like a power rack and stuff, and I did my exercises for the morning. But it took me forever, dude. And not only that, it took me forever to do that. It didn't just take that long. It took me forever to actually finish the workouts because I was so tired. Like I'm like lagging, you know. I was just so slow, uh, and yeah, I was so slow. The my response time to my response time to the work was lagging. I was you know, like what would you call it? Like drowsy. I was drowsy for a good portion of that time. And yeah, it was a trial, man. It was tough to do. And I think the reason why I'm talking about this is because there's gonna be times when you're gonna be you're gonna need to do something that you don't want to do, and you're gonna be like staring at that thing that you need to do. Like I listened to the book. There's this book called like Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and he talked about this. He talked about how he would stare at his running shoes for like an hour. He wouldn't do anything else. He wouldn't do anything else until he finished his run for the day. And he talked about how he would stare at his shoes for an hour, at least, just trying to build up the like mental energy to kind of just go for a run, you know. And he was trying, and I can see that, man. I can see that. Like it took me almost 40 minutes to an hour to get down in the basement and lift weights. It really did. It took me that long. And I just want to say, man, like you're not alone in that, like in the world where when you're like, oh, I don't want to do things. I don't want to do physical like fitness. I don't want to do it. Like you're not alone, man. You're not alone. As I said, it took me like an hour to do it, like just to get downstairs. It really did. It took me so long to get downstairs, and it was rough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough to get downstairs, and I really struggled. Like I really did. And the workout was even longer. Like the workout was like an hour and a half because my my bounce back rate, like my recuperative time was slow because it's early in the morning. I'm like groggy. Um, it took me, I had to drink 2 cups of coffee before I even went downstairs. I had to drink 2 cups of coffee and I still was nodding off before I went downstairs. I was like literally nodding off. And I drank 2 cups of coffee, you know, and I still was like tired. So like I guess maybe I have a high tolerance for coffee. I don't know. You could say that. Um, but it was it was it took me that long, and I guzzled coffee. But it took me such a long time to do, and just want to say that I understand, man. I totally understand where everyone comes from when they don't feel like doing things. And like it's hard, man. It is hard. It's hard work to change yourself. It's hard work to be a better person because you got to look at yourself at like through a fine like in a like through a fine tooth comb and really like be honest with your flaws. And it's very hard work, man. And you know, more power to each and every one that's trying to seek out like things that seek out those things that are to seek out like improving themselves in some form or another, right? And I just want to say, man, I've been there, I'm still there, and you know, you got a friend when you are worrying, you're like thinking about those things that you're like, let's say you want to lose 10 pounds, and you look at those like the gym shorts that you have to wear, or the clothes or whatever, you're looking at them and you stare at them like every morning and you're like, oh gosh, I don't even want to put those things on. Get those things away from me. You know, just want to let you know that you're not alone in having those like feelings of like, like not wanting, unwillingness, I guess. You know, it's hard. It is hard work. It's actually even not even that like hard work. It's just like resistance. Like you have like this mental resistance to trying to, your body wants you to kind of like, your body just hates doing work. Your brain wants to do like easy, simple, fun things, you know? It really doesn't want to do anything that's going to like test it. And I think as what we should at like just I think what we should be doing for ourselves is to constantly be like pushing ourselves mentally, physically in some form or another, you know, and I think it helps. I think we all have to do some form of like mental like have some sort of mental struggle um in life. Not like something that like is like mentally strenuous, you know, but something that just like challenges us, something that gives like we find difficult to do, something that we all find challenging, or something that you feel is worth your time and energy. Um, and I think we all have to find something that we find value in. You know, I think a lot of us are worried. We we have a lot of us are lost to some extent, you know. And I think, I mean, I was like that. I mean, to some extent, I'm still a little bit lost. I'm a grown man. I'm still lost. Like I'm still like navigating through this world. And you seek advice through older individuals, and to be honest with you, like they're just as lost as you. You know, like they just have a little bit more insight, a little bit more wisdom, you know, like, and even then they might know less than you in certain avenues. You thought that they would be like a like an encyclopedia of information for certain things, but it turns out that not so much, right? And and that's okay. It's okay to be lost from time to time. It's okay to constantly be like questioning things, you know? It's okay to have that sense of like wondering and questioning, like what's this going? Go away, brush settings. But like, yeah, there's been times I'm kind of like lost and like just like wandering around aimlessly, and and I think is you want to like learn from that experience a little bit. Just and it like I think another phrase and another thing in the world that people like when you go to these like YouTube stations and like all these YouTube stations, they drive me bananas because they all come with they never like say anything like they never say that they could be wrong. Or at least a lot of them don't say. I don't really encounter a lot of them that say like, "Oh, I could be wrong." You know, um, they everyone says everything with like this level of like confidence, like, "Oh, what I say is true," and they never say, they never like give pause and think that there is nuances to everything, you know, and there is nuances and there is things that you know I don't know, like I don't know where I'm going with this, but like it's when I say like I feel lost, I don't mean like, oh, I'm lost, I'm like the Lost Boys. No, like I'm just we're all lost to some degree, like we're all like every day, and that's why every day we're a little bit lost, and it's okay to have some of those emotions and feelings. That's why I try to stick to a schedule, because having a schedule, at least you have a heading in your day, and having a heading is better than not having a heading. And I'll talk to friends and they don't have headings. They just like they know what they're gonna do, but they don't know. They just kind of like I know I gotta take care of my kids at this time, and that's okay. But like, um, I don't know what I'm doing with this cactus. So I'm lost with this cactus drawing. So, as I said, it's okay to be lost. And thinking about what ifs and trying to seek better solutions and such. So I don't know what I'm doing with this cactus. I'm kind of going at it a different way than how I do my other cactuses. Because I'm kind of like ahead of schedule, quite honest with you. Quite honestly. I think I might even be done to some extent. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another layer and do something new that I normally don't do. Is I've been trying to add some colors. So like I'm gonna add like some like blues here. And this is something I did like when I first started doing my cactuses, or like not like not when I first started, but like a little later on, I do that where I would start adding tones from the background and so forth, just to kind of unify the cactus a little bit more and add a little bit of interest. So that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm kind of adding some of the colors from and maybe we'll just add like a bright blue, maybe even brighter than that, like right here. Yeah, some blues here. It's kind of a little bit blue. And maybe even add a little bit of the teal right around here, maybe a little bit of like teal here, and maybe a little bit of the reds here, and maybe even go so far as adding like even like a bright teal No, that's too similar. Maybe like no, maybe something like that. And maybe a little bit like this. And then let's add a little bit of that teal right here. And I think I'm done with this one. We're going to add the thorns and we're going to call it a day. We're going to go back to the original brush, the hard edge brush, and make some thorns. You know, some green thorns, I guess, and call it a day. This is day 422, Cactus 154. Make it at we're gonna do I like doing 12 pixels. I feel that 12 pixels is a good weight for the brush for the thorns. Normally I always felt that the like one thing I need to do is the flow needs to be at 100%, not at 95%. I always felt that I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of like zoned out for a second. Anyways, here we are. We're just kind of adding thorns here and calling it a day. Almost done. We're about 85% done. Just got to add those thorns and put my John Hancock and signature and go to bed or chillax, have a sit down for a moment, watch a little bit of Netflix or something, and call it an evening and hit the ground running Monday. I was supposed to do some eBay stuff this morning. I got a little bit of it done, but I didn't really get much done after work or after by the afternoon. I tell you what, though, every Sunday for me, after around 1 o'clock, I get very sleepy. It's like it almost feels like there's a psychological burden being released from me, and my body's saying, you know what, it's Sunday. You've been going hard in the life paint all week. How about a little snoozy snooze, you know? And so like I literally fall asleep in the most awkward of positions. Um, I've I've been teased in the past. I remember when I was a kid. When I was a kid, like I was in on like this couch, and um, I was so tired. I don't know why I was tired, but I just took a nap. It might have been summer, might have been spring break, or might have been the weekend. I don't know. I took a nap, and then like I ended up spinning around on like the couch and sleeping upside down with my head hanging off the couch. And um yeah, it was a point of like teasing for a little while. If there was the internet, if there was a like if there were iPhones back then, I would have surely have gotten a ton of photos taken of me sleeping upside down because it was quite funny. But I remember waking up a little bit, up being upside down, and I was like, I'll just go back to sleep. And that's what I did. I just kind of went back to sleep and called it a day. But we're almost done. The thorns take forever. They take forever. Don't get me wrong. They take forever to do these thorns. Um, yeah, they take forever. And oh no, what's going on? There we go. There we go. Yeah, so this is it, man. Doing a little bit different. I was looking at some of my first cactus drawing I did for this series, and I was like, wow, they have changed quite a bit. Like they still have like the same strategy, but like they have changed quite a bit. I've done so many different kinds, and it's really interesting to see how they evolve. Like they go from like they don't get like more detailed, but the approach and the backgrounds changed a lot. Um, the standard shape that I used on the cactuses changed. Um, but here we go. This is it. That is my cactus for the day. Let's go right here and sign on the dotted line, my friend. I'm gonna put right here blue, and then we're gonna select yellow because I like that's how I roll. Select yellow. And basic brushes. Gonna use the ink round, and we're gonna hit like, yeah, 8 point would be good. And let's go put TMP 22. 22. We're gonna put number 0, 0, 1, 5, 1, 5, 4, and then it is day 422. I'm really picky, even though I have like terrible handwriting. I'm like super picky about how how my numbers look. It's really stupid. Like it's a really stupid thing to be like that. And like it's really stupid that I have that pickiness. And there we go, man. That is it. Cactus number 154, day 422. Can't beat it. I'm actually glad that the internet started working back up again, because I would be as much as I enjoyed the idea of not having to do the live stream. I also know that it sucks doing 2 live streams in a day, especially if you're not doing this, like this is not your job, right? This is not your profession, and so I'm really glad that I didn't have to do 2 in a day. It's a really tough to do 2 in a day, and it's really mentally draining, as many of you have experienced in the past when you've seen me like do 2 in a day, 2 live streams in a day. The first one's pretty good, and the second one's like, this guy's making no sense. He's talking googly gook. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and I wish you all the best. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and also have a wonderful week as well. And I'll catch you later. All right. Cheers.